Yeah.
Safe and comfy. Bosch make homes safe and comfy. That's what they do. But the heritage comes from, you said, automotive.
Yeah.
So highly reliable, low power.
Exactly.
So everything that you're going to show here
Yes.
comes from a heritage that is all about automotive, highly reliable, low power. Hello IPXers, we are here again at Las Vegas 2025, where we go where you can't, and we've met Tienan from Bosch Sensortec. And as you know, we love a model. We love a model. Look, we got a model house, a model building, a man doing weights. All along here, we've got all these things where Bosch Sensortec sensors are, MEM sensors are. So Tianhan's going to talk us through how these sensors are working, show us what we're doing, and show us the portfolio of what you've got.
Yeah, thank you. I'm proud to make some introduction about our sensors. Bosch Sensortec is dedicated to the consumer-grade sensors. So our technology comes from the automotive-grade sensors.
Right.
We shrink the size, low down the power consumption, perfectly fit into the consumer electronics market. And we have many customers and many applications. Today, we choose one sensor per category, from smart sensor, MU, accelerometer, magneto sensor, pressure sensor, gas sensor, particle sensor, a lot of names, right? And then just to show you some ideas about where the sensors can be used, right? There could be...
So let's just pause, because otherwise you're just going to talk at me for the next 10 minutes.
Okay.
So if we're thinking about reliability, we're taking these sensors and we're putting this in this ecosystem of, what do we call this? Home, you've got this thing saying up there, let's make homes safe and comfy.
Safe and comfy, yeah.
Safe and comfy. Bosch make homes safe and comfy. That's what they do. But the heritage comes from, you said, automotive.
Yeah.
So highly reliable, low power.
Exactly.
So everything that you're going to show here comes from a heritage that is all about automotive, highly reliable, low power.
Yeah.
That's where it started.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
It's a consumer electronics grade sensors, but we take seriously on the quality and the reliability. Every single sensor was designed and developed in a way of high quality. Not only the high performance, but also the long-term reliability. So our customer put the sensor into their device, it will last long, at least the device lifetime.
Yeah. So you got a long lifespan, very reliable.
Exactly. Every single sensor is trimmed and manufactured and also qualified, for such purpose.
Yeah.
So really, we have the customers' trust.
Okay. So let's have some fun, because you've got a model.
Yeah.
No point having a model and not using it.
Okay.
So rather than just rattle through the products at a speed of pace that you were going, why don't we just go through each one and then see where it fits in with your model?
Okay.
That would be fun.
No problem.
Let's go.
Let's go to the first device. Is the BHI 360. It's the Edge AI-enabled smart sensor.
Right, so Edge AI enabled.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Now we jump to the live data streaming. You can see
Where is it on the model?
The model is right here.
Right there, okay.
Yeah, it's a tiny piece of battery. You can see it, but it's running. And if you see the sphere is running, and if I tap, and then the feature is already there.
Yep.
Let's jump to the...
No, don't. Let's not jump. When you say programmable sensor system with AI, what's the AI that's in there?
Good question.
What's the AI? What's the AI bit of that sensor?
This sensor is special because it does not only have the gyroscope and accelerometer in the package, but also a processing unit, the MCU.
Right, so there's an MCU in there.
Exactly.
Right.
And then we can run the algorithm in this MCU. So it's smart because it can learn, it can be trained.
So give me an example. This here. This here. Give me an example. So you say it's got a gyroscope in there and it's got a accelerometer.
Yeah.
And then it's got a little MCU in there, so it's learning stuff.
Yeah.
Give me a typical working example of where something like that would be taking in data and learning. Just give me an example of how that works.
We cannot run the learning with this module.
No, I don't need to see it. I just need to understand where you'd use that.
Okay.
Yeah?
For example, if the smart sensor is in a wearable watch.
In a wearable.
And then you are doing the workout and you do some repetition.
If you're doing the workout.
Yeah.
There we go. The model comes in. Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Go.
Like some dumbbell movement, and basically you train the sensor to recognize your movement. Next time, once again you do it, it remembers, it recognizes.
The model remember the movement.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And,
good.
Another good application is like every trainer tries to be professional, right? I want to do the movement as pro as best. And basically
It's all about form, isn't it?
exactly.
It's all about form.
Therefore, the application and the sensor, empowered by the sensor, can help you to achieve that level.
Excellent. So you've got a programmable sensor with AI, and he's just explained how it has AI. Right. Next one. Next one.
Okay.
Let's have a look at that one.
Yeah, this is the MU, which is the standard gyroscope plus the accelerometer.
Yep.
And it's a compact size and also ultra low power, which can be used in most of the portable devices, compact design.
Right. So when you say portable devices, that's a huge scope of places.
Right.
Where would be a very obvious place that you'd put that?
Like a smartphone, smartwatch, hearables,
Right.
wearables like a band or like a toy, like drones, a robot.
Yep.
Yeah, basically it can be used anywhere you want to track the movement.
Movement. So that's
Yes.
all about movement. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Let's move to the next one.
All right. This is the 3-axis accelerometer BMA 530. It's the smallest accelerometer in this market. It's super tiny. It's smaller than 1 millimeters.
Right.
And yeah, and it's great, to any. Also, it's a kind of movement tracking, device. It can measure the acceleration.
Right. So
Yeah,
where
so
would that go?
Yeah. For example, you want to count your step. So pedometer is enabled by this sensor.
Right. So that's the kind of that's the kind of thing.
And in your mobile phone, you want to automatically change the landscape to portrait.
Yes.
That's the accelerometer works for.
Excellent. That's
Yeah.
how that works.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Let's move on to the next one.
All right.
It's like a quiz game, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is,
At some point, you're going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
At some point, the game will be over for you. And we'll get the next contestant in.
Okay.
Keep going.
This is the magnetometer BMM 350. It's very tiny in size and also ultra low
So
power.
there's a common theme going on here, very small. Everything from Bosch is very small.
Very small. So we are making the smallest product in Bosch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also in this market.
Yeah.
So the magnetometer is basically, if it helps your understanding, it's the e-compass. It knows the heading, the north, west, south,
Yep.
east.
Yep.
So it gives you the
So when people like me are lost and
Yeah.
someone goes, go north, I can look at my phone and just go, I go north.
Yeah.
That's what's doing that
Yeah,
job.
launch the app, enable this magneto sensor, and you know where to go. Right?
Excellent, excellent.
And
Right.
it's perfect for any navigation purpose applications. For
Right.
example, the drone, like indoor navigation, outdoor navigation, such devices all require the magnetometer.
Excellent. You're still in the game. You're still in the quiz. So
Yeah.
let's go to the next step before you
All
get
right.
knocked out. Go.
Okay. Next
I've
one,
invented a new game for CES. You've seen what we've done.
pressure
Go.
sensor BMP 581. This is a pretty cool device which can measure the ambient pressure change, right? And basically it can be interpreted to the altitude. You want to know the height of your device or of yourself, then the sensor will serve that purpose.
Right.
You climb the mountain, you want to know,
You wanna
what's
know
the
how high you've gone.
elevation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the pressure should works for in your mobile phone, in your watch, or in your device.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Just out of interest, how does it do that? What's it measuring to do that?
We can use hours to go deeper, to the technology, but it's very simple. It's a kind of membrane to deform, over the pressure change and then translate it into
So
digital
is it
signal.
measuring air pressure to do that?
Air pressure, yes.
It's measuring air pressure to do
Exactly.
that. That's where they get it from. Right, you've passed go. You can go to the next stage and introduce the next product.
Okay.
You're still in the game.
All right. Next one is a combo sensor, BME 690. This is a new variant of our, gas sensor.
With AI again.
Yes, it
Okay.
again, it can learn and it can be trained. So it has 4 sensors in one package: temperature sensor, pressure sensor, humidity sensor, and the gas sensor. Why we call it AI? Because it has the intelligence to learn. So if we run the profile and give it a presence of the gas, a certain gas or combination of the gas, it can be trained. And once again, the gas is present and the sensor will know.
Yeah. So you can set your own parameters with this
Right.
and then ask it to learn and
It could
ask
be
it to
a
understand.
single source of the gas, for example, monoxide,
Yep.
which is very harmful, and you want to know it, or like a combination of the smell, for example, like a whole amount of the VOC, like coffee, alcohol, sanitizer. So this sensor all can detect them.
Right. Excellent. Okay, right. You're still in the game. This is your last
Still in
go.
the game,
You win the $1
okay.
million if you get to this last one and you do it perfectly.
Last one, BME080 is the particle sensor. It's the smallest module, for that application. So it can detect. It's using the laser technology detect the, the particles in the air, right? Mainly focus will be PM 2.5 and then up to PM 10. So it can be trimmed that way. It's great for like indoor air quality monitoring and also the odor. In the day, the air is polluted and you want to know it. And if it's worth it to put the mask on to protect your health.
Right.
Yeah.
So when we started, we talked about this model. This model. And this was this model here. This model here. And the thing is, as we've gone through each of these, we then have learned that at all the points of anywhere to have a safe and comfy home, you need Bosch's sensors to be doing all those sensors that we've just gone through. The whole. You won the game because you're able to go through all the sensors. So that's how that fits in. That's how this model fits in. Because Bosch has a sensor that at some point will be able to understand what's going on in this environment and enable you to measure it.
Exactly. Let's go to the city solutions. So we can press the button, and as we said, for the pressure sensor, it can work to detect the floor levels, right? In a building or like in a factory, and you want to know that. This is also something we ever discussed, and for the training purpose.
The motion.
The motion. And the fitness activities can be tracked by the motion sensors. And also the height with the pressure sensor. And next one could be the air quality measurement. It's like which is pretty important in the buildings. Once the air is getting better, the gas sensor and the particle sensor in combo together, they can detect and warn or give it an alarm. So air is not great and do something. This application is for indoor localization and navigation. Empowered by the magnetometer, giving the orientation, and the pressure sensor, of course, give you the height information.
And interestingly, GPS dead zones.
Yes. You don't have a GPS.
No.
What you can do with our sensors?
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Okay, next one will be also the air quality monitoring, like somewhere, in the city or like in the building. For example, in the transportation vehicles. Once we're done the city, we have many other applications for the city. It's just like some examples. Going to the industrial solutions, and we can firstly take a look of the asset tracking. So from warehouse number 1 to warehouse
make sure you
number
don't
2.
lose things.
You want to know the track of the asset, and then the motion sensors can track them. Let's go to another application. There's a gas pipeline. And if it cracks and leaks, the gas could be harmful. And the pressure sensor can be used to detect the pressure change. Therefore, give you the warning.
Is there anything that you don't have a sensor for? Shall we play that game now? Is there anything that Bosch doesn't have a sensor for? You've got 5 seconds to answer, and then you're out of the game. Well, the sensor is very smart, and it can be put anywhere, everywhere, and make the devices smarter, right? It's very innovative, just to encourage the user, to engage into the automation. So basically, in summary, wherever you've got an environment, wherever it is, you've got a sensor that will be reliable, low power, and sometimes with AI in it. So it's learning. That's a big portfolio of sensors, isn't it?
That's how our sensor is leading in this market, and we want to help our partners or customers to develop cool features, cool functionalities, and surprise the market with their devices.
Excellent. Thank you very much for this introduction about Bosch at CES 2025. Tienan, thank you.
Thank you for visiting us.
Good.